Hello and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the Bob Dylan Deep Dive. We're here. Of course, Self-Portrait kicked off the 70s. We're now at New Morning, which is an album that I knew already. The next three after this one are all going to be new listens. So that's going to be fun. And then we're going to hit another stretch of ones that I know. But yeah, New Morning, interesting album. This was my third listen of it. And I'm just going to be straight up. This album is one that has really come close to my heart recently. There's just something about the sound of it. It's very warm. It's very simple in a lot of ways, very melodic. And it's kind of a sound of Dylan that I really, really enjoy. And it reminds me of other artists that I like a lot. There's a bit of Neil Young here, I think. There's a bit of Harry Nilsson in places, which I'll get to, but that is a lot of the reason why this may be a little bit higher for me than for some other people. But starting off with If Not For You, it's got to be one of Dylan's best ever pure love songs. Although I do slightly prefer George's version, it's still a perfect song. His lyricism, I think, really does shine for me when he's going for the more to the point emotional lyrics. And again, that's the side of Dylan that I'm really into at the moment. So got to follow my heart sometimes rather than my mind. Day of the Locusts is the first of a few lovely sort of piano-led tracks. Absolute gem. Love the little guitar parts. The chorus is amazing. I love the line, "The man standing next to me, his head was exploding. I was praying the pieces wouldn't fall on me." It's just, a lot of this album is very, again, to the point emotional lyrics. And he still has those weird bits of imagery in there, which is really cool. Time Passes Slowly is a classic example of the kind of mundane, everyday lyricism that Dylan was engaging with here. His vocal performance is really emotional and it really sells the song. He plays most of the piano on the album himself, which I think is awesome. You get Went to See the Gypsy, which continues this run of great songs to start the album. It's great fun, supposedly about his meeting with Elvis. Band again is in top form here, complimenting the song greatly. I'm a big fan of Winterlude. This is the song that reminds me most of Harry Nilsson. Continues the album's great start. Love the waltz time. It's very pretty. It really captures that sort of warm, inviting feel of this period of Dylan. Then to end side one, you do get the despised If Dogs Run Free. Very unfortunate that it's here because it is a real misfire for me. It would probably be kind of fine if it was just the cool sort of spoken word and the instrumentals kind of fine, but there's this really annoying scatting on it, which anyone who's heard the song knows exactly what I'm talking about, which completely derails the entire thing. It's nearly 4 minutes long as well. If you've got the vinyl, just turn side one off before that song comes on. Thankfully though, side two starts off an absolute storm. The title track is so fun. One of his most irresistible choruses, such a real feel-good morning jam, New Morning. And then comes Sign on the Window, which is even better. Love the slow-paced piano ballad style of it, and the lyrics are so inspired and emotional. And it's one of Dylan's all-time best vocal performances, I think. Especially that final delivery of "That Must Be What It's All About." It's so good. That final verse is stuck in my head quite a lot. It's crazy how much his mindset and worldview has changed over the past half decade. And, given what he's been through, it's kind of understandable. So A Sign on the Window, absolute, just perfect song. One More Weekend is your sort of token Dylan blues track. It's pretty good. Not exciting compared to the two songs it comes right after. And the song that comes after it, kind of unfortunate for it that it lands between all these great songs. Still pretty good, though. And then comes my favorite song on the album, one of my all-time favorite Dylan songs, period, "The Man in Me." I think I denied my love of it because of its association with The Big Lebowski for a long time, but God, what an incredible song. So feel good. It's like effortlessly cool. I love his vocal on this. It's like a song that feels aware of how cool it is, and then it's like, yeah, I know that this is a classic song, whatever, doesn't matter. It's incredible. And it really is, not to discredit the two songs to come, it pretty much is the climax of the album for me because the final two songs are very short. it ends very oddly in that sense. The mostly spoken word Three Angels is pretty bizarre, but I kind of like it. The choral vocals that come in are pretty damn impactful. It's only 2 minutes, and then just over a minute and a half for Father of Night, which actually reminds me of the short ditties you get at the end of each side of After the Gold Rush. Kind of cool, but having two really short songs at the end, maybe put Three Angels a couple of tracks earlier and have it be The Man in Me and then Father of Night to end would probably be what I would have done. But that's kind of splitting hairs. I think they're both memorable, sweet little songs to end the album. And yeah, this may be a hot take, but I have to follow my heart here. It's a strong 8. It would easily be a 9 if not for If Dogs Run Free. You can see the track ratings here. I mentioned The Man in Me being my favorite, but I also give the full score to If Not For You and Sign on the Window. As you can see, pretty much every song gets a fairly positive score, except If Dogs Run Free, which gets a 4 out of 10 from me. Definitely one of the worst Dylan songs up to this point, and kind of taints this album a little bit. But I am absolutely in love with it at the moment, and it's going to go as my number 3 on the ranking. Yes, that's right, above Bringing It All Back Home and The Free Will and Bob Dylan. Those albums are still great, but if I'm being honest with myself right now, this is the album I'd rather put on than those two. Obviously, at the end of this series, I'll reassess all these things and I'll maybe swap a couple things in the ranking. But for right now, this second, I'm really liking New Morning. So I'm going to put it number 3, behind Highway 61 and Blonde on Blonde, and ahead of a lot of big Dylan albums. But there we are. I would love to know if there are some more New Morning fans out there who like it as much as I do. I know there are, because there are people I've talked to on Discord and stuff. But definitely worth checking out if you haven't. Worth a revisit if you're not as high on it. I really do think it is such a warm, beautiful album with great tunes. And then, as I mentioned, the next 3 albums are all going to be new listens. We've got Pat Garrett and Billy the Kid next. Then it'll be Dylan, the album Dylan, and then it'll be Planet Waves. So a lot of exciting stuff to come. I'm very excited by The Unknown. Of course, it's always fun to revisit albums, I know, but something like Self Portrait, I don't think I ever would have listened to that if not for this project, and I liked it. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. Let me know what your favorite songs on New Morning are, and hopefully I will catch you soon.